Hey YouTubers, what's going on? Okay, so this is going to be an overall energy reading for May 30th and 31st, Tuesday and Wednesday here. I'm going to be doing an angel message card. I'm going to be using the romance angel cards and then cartomancy in order to get a path where the energies are as of now and what's to come. So intuitively, I was picking up on, a lot of people are going through these energy shifts in regards to releasing up, the last residual karmic energies here, in regards to past relationships and also in regards to lessons that needed to be learned during times of separation, and also, just getting a deeper understanding of yourself. That is what is the most important thing, and you will hear me say it every freaking day of my life until the day that I die, and even after that, okay? I'll haunt you in your dreams. That it's about you in relationship with you. That is how you reflect a relationship from another person, okay? So we're pointing fingers and doing that blame game thing as we always do, and we always did, right? Because it was the lack of the understanding that that other person is a direct reflection of you. The one, and I'm not talking about the karmic partners. The karmic partners are the ones that do this, okay, for years. And there's no, there's no resolve there, okay? It's like the never-ending hamster wheel, where it's like, will one of these hamsters' legs fall off already? You know what I mean? Like, or will one just jump off of the damn thing? That's what a karmic relationship is, because you're not finding a resolve there. It's the person who came into your life that you heart desired, okay? And they were like everything. And you might not even recognize them at first. But all of a sudden, it's like, wow, like, this is everything that I wanted, right? And then what happened? All those fears, all those residual fears that were buried in the dirty corners of your soul were brought to the surface, and it came apart. That's what that lover of your soul, that soul connection does. And then you both retreat on each other because you're too afraid to talk to each other. You're too afraid to face your own fears, which is looking yourself in the mirror and saying, you know what? I got what I wanted. Why did I lose it? Am I not good enough? There you go. Start there. Are you? I don't know. Are you good enough for yourself? That's the question. And that's what it is. It's you and the relationship you hold with yourself. And that's a direct reflection from that other person. I'm feeling the energy shifts now with that people are starting to get a deeper understanding here, where now there's, and it's divine timing all the time. I say that these relationships are coordinated by the energies, by the karmic energies. And once that residual karmic energy is released from the exes, not this person, because you and this person didn't even have a relationship. You guys didn't even get that far. Now you tell me how it is that you guys didn't even get into a relationship, yet they can make you feel like that. I already know. Because you're a soulmate, because they're the lover of your soul. You have a soul connection. You didn't even get the airplane off the ground. You didn't. You couldn't. How could you? It would have crashed and burned. That's a karmic relationship right there. Like that analogy? That's what that is. That is a karmic relationship. Is you guys get in that damn airplane and you set off, and then the next thing you know, you're fighting for years until the airplane crashes to the ground and you both are like, screw you, bye. Soulmate, lover of the soul, those types of relationships, they don't even get off the ground. In order to get off the ground, you got to come back together whole. How do you come back whole? You don't use that person as the focal point as the reason why you're working on yourself. You're working on yourself for you. You have to live with you 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the rest of your living, breathing days. If you don't have a good relationship with you and you're worried about others' perceptions of you or others' beliefs and what it is that you should be doing, that's not the way you're supposed to be living. You're living your life for you and everything around you. All of your relationships are a direct reflection of you. And the ones that aren't a direct reflection of you, those people vibrate out of your life. But you and this soulmate ignited something within each other. That's why the airplane didn't get off the ground. Can it? Absolutely. But you got to do the work within yourself first. Okay? Those are the intuitive messages that I was picking up on today, heavily. So, let's see if we can get any more angel messages here. Any more messages, angels, for today, May 30th, and for tomorrow, May 31st. All right, that's it. Bottom of the deck, codependency. What did I just say? Got to get rid of that karmic energies. Got to get rid of that codependent behavior. That's what it is. Always. Always. You guys are going to just love me right now when I show you these romance angel cards, and I'm not showing you yet because we're going to do cards fancy first. So don't fall out of your chair. Let's see here. Angels, give me the messages for May 30th and 31st. Sorry, this is the way it has to be done. I know people like, you know, the shuffling, just scroll through if you'd like. I don't know if I'm going to be talking as of right now. Just need to do this. See what's going on here. Everything that I was just talking about is confirmed with these romance angel cards. Everything. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Angels, what is the pathway as of now? And where is it leading? Already in alignment with my cards. All day long. Flippers. Stop playing. What else, angels? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Look, guys got me all freaking nervous. What is that? That is my victory card. Let's do this thing. Adriana, I am leading you towards the answers to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps. I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. I told you I'd haunt your dreams. Didn't I? Guiding you where? See how she's leading those two up the stairs? To where? Higher self. Love of self. Ready for these? Are you ready for these? Are you ready for these romance angel cards? Are you? Release your ex. What was I saying about the damn hamster wheel? It is time to clear the energies. It's time to get rid of those past karmic energies, which are what made the airplane crash and burn. Because why? Because you met the lover of your soul and you are on a spiritual path. And by clearing up these energies, over here, we know that. I don't know how to do this correctly. Something wrong with my arms and perception with this. But once you do this, because you were being guided on to here, you're getting rid of this codependency here. Check it, all in alignment. Just listen. Okay? This is the bottom of the deck. Right? And what are codependent relationships? The past karmic relationships where that airplane crashed and burned to the ground. Okay? you are now, through meeting this lover of your soul, have been guided onto a spiritual path. A spiritual path to what? Reconciliation. Reconciliation with who? This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So if you're watching this and you are subscribed to my channel, then you know who I am, Love Angel. Love from above means higher self, love of self, your connection to the universal energies, which is what radiates out through you, which is love of self. You met this person through that desire, but it was your belief in these past karmic codependent relationships that you were not worthy of the soulmate that you called in. Your prayers, your affirmations, and your visualizations bring you two together. You were brought together. But there was a problem. And the reason why it vibrated apart, without this going on, there wasn't a chase, there wasn't a run and chase. There wasn't a run and chasing and acting crazy like you did in these relationships. It was more of a sadness, of a figures, right? No. It doesn't figure. You wanted it. You got it. You weren't ready for it. Neither was the other person. And you both went like this. Why? Because you were afraid. You were afraid to get too involved and lose it just like the last ones. But it wasn't that type of connection. Because how could that person leave you feeling like a pile of crap after like a month or 2 weeks? You tell me. Think about it. How? Because they were meant to come into your life to do that to you. Because your butt was being pushed onto this spiritual path. Awakening, wake up. You're going to get your reconciliation. With the person you've already met, because they are the one, and this is the person, the lover of your soul, which is how I started this whole entire reading off for these energies. And that's what I was intuitively picking up on, and that's why I shuffle the cards on camera and do it this way, because I don't have nothing to lie about. I don't need to pick cards and pretend to do a reading. This is real life. Travel involved. Probably have to travel to each other, probably at a distance. Probably best you were put at a distance. You were put at a distance for a reason, so you couldn't freaking stalk each other, okay? And or use each other as emotional crutches, right? Because those codependent relationships, that person is right with you the whole time, right down the street, right next town over. You don't have a distance between you two. But your lover of your soul, they're probably put in another country or at a good distance, which is probably for the best. It was divinely designed that way. And you know why I know? Because these two told me so. Divine timing's at play here. So, what did I say, people? Clear this. Get rid of it. For reals. Shift happens. Where then they say, we trust you two. We trust you two to talk to each other. We trust you two to forgive each other. Can you see that? See? Seriously, I have problems with this. I know you can't see it when I do that. So silly. And there's a glare. But look, seriously, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. This is all part of the process. It's all part of learning that these past relationships where you were beating your face up against a wall off of a false belief that that person was the person that you needed validation from in order to feel worthy is the person, in fact, who freaking destroyed you, and your soulmate, the lover of your soul, came in to pick you up off the ground, and you did the same thing for them. You separated from each other, went back to things that were comfortable, and then what? Realized that that comfortability with that person wasn't even close to the time that you spent with the lover of your soul. They showed you things that you wanted forever. And you thought you were going to take that back to that other person? I don't think so. They're not a direct reflection of you. The only thing you two, the karmic energies, were reflecting was all the dirt that your soulmate lifted out, which is what made you scared out of your mind and run in the other direction and hide. Well, people are coming out of hiding now because you get it now. So this reconciliation that's going to happen here, you guys are going to be able to talk. The angels trust now that you've released these past life karmic relationships and that you can talk about it openly, freely from your heart and say, you were everything I wanted. You were everything I wanted, and I was stupid and I ran away, but I had to run away, and I ran away because of this, that, and the third, and I'm not holding you accountable for anything that happened. Because why? Because I love you. You're a direct reflection of me. How could you not love that person? Seriously. If you love yourself like that, how could you not love the direct reflection of you? They were you. They were you. And you saw, when you looked in their eyes, you saw everything you knew about yourself that was scared. Because you saw fear in their eyes too. Because why? Because they're the freaking soulmate. That's it. Should I even carry on to the freaking cartomancy? Like, seriously. Like, that is exactly how the cards were at the bottom of the deck. That's how it came through. You ready? I'm just going to do the cartomancy because I already shuffled. I told you I don't even need cards. I don't need cards. I can just sit here and talk. That's boring, though. Plus, I'm, like, high ADD levels, and I need to, like, be doing things, you know? Action and change in social standing. Action and change. Getting out of the karmic relationships, understanding yourself on a deeper level. That person is not your counterpart. You know that because you left the lover of your soul to go back to karmic relationships, and they're teaching you that, no, I got to get back to that person. I got to get back there somehow, some way. God, please. Angels, please. And they're all sitting up there like this. We're waiting on you, fool. Yeah. Seriously. I mean, they have a sense of humor too. Okay? Because they were once here. They've already did all this. They already know. Yeah. They've already accomplished this. They ascended. They're now helping and guiding us. I had to go through hell and back to sit here to help you, to help guide, to help teach, to help get a level of understanding. But that doesn't mean that, you know, people, let me just say something real quick. People, like, cursing and, you know, the way you look, all that stuff is egotistical bullshit. It is, okay? I had a woman one time, I'm just going to tell you this real quick because it came to me and this is important. She actually reads cartomancy. She has been since she was 15 years old. She was reading my cards for like 6 years. Everything she said came true in these cards, okay? I didn't know that I met her and was enlightened to this type of reading because this is what I was going to be doing. I had no idea. She didn't know either. And if she did know, she wasn't allowed to tell me. She can't tell you can't reveal those types of things because it's all about the journey, right? You can only get guidance through the journey. So we were standing out in front of my salon the one day. These two guys came up and asked for money. Okay, so clearly, like, you know, I was kind of sketchy about it. And she said, hold on a minute, hold on. She's like, just wait, you know. She comes out, and she had her change purse. She dumped out all the change that was in it and put it in their hands. And they were like, thank you, whatever. And I went, wow, you're braver than I was to, like, do that. And she looked at me and she said, you never know when you're being tested. And I said, what? And she's like, you never know when God's testing you. And I took that real deep. Real deep. Perception. That person might be a millionaire. And they're out checking to see, or they might be light workers, looking for people. Generosity. Because they could have taken that, if they were doing that, they could have taken that money and put it right into like a charity bin or something somewhere. You know what I mean? You don't know. It was the test of you. You. I'll never forget that. That was one of the biggest lessons on my journey. Was like, yeah. Because we look at people and we're like, oh, they can't be a good person because they have tattoos or they have their nose pierced or, you know, their hair color is blue or their clothes and this. And I'm like, that doesn't mean anything. Nothing. Nothing. It's this. What's in here? What lives in the shell? What energy is in this shell? Yeah, you're going to, you know, fade. You're going to get wrinkles and you're going to fade and whatever. What's in here? That's what this is all about. This is what this soulmate journey is all about. You in relation to you and your higher self, and now you are a direct reflection of the person that you truly desired, and now you guys can enjoy this place together and help others. Whether you're a twin flame on a spiritual journey in that sense to be a teacher or, you know, light work or whatever, or have you met the lover of your soul and have been in a crap ass marriage for 20 years and now you met the person who made you feel everything that you didn't feel in that marriage because you got married off the false perception that you were getting old and you had to have children by a certain age, or because your parents said so, or you were in an arranged marriage. But you didn't even really like that person. You just did it because you both were vibrating on the same level of perception that you had to get married at that time. Now your marriage is falling apart and you met a person who ignited everything you ever freaking wanted inside of you. But now it's your belief within yourself that you could not have it that's holding it apart. Point blank, period. I'll preach it till the day that I'm not here anymore. Because you are being enlightened. This needs to end. All of this karmic energy, complete ending in order to have new beginnings. Moving out of your house, jumping ship, moving to a new area, moving to where that person is. You didn't move there. You were afraid that it wouldn't work out with this person because you might have to move from your home, from where your family is, from where whatever. It was meant to happen that way. Because you're living in a paradigm of false belief that you're mobile. I always say that, you're mobile. You can move. But you're not moving and you're not going in that direction because of what others are saying that you should be doing with your life. And that's not what your heart and soul wants to do. So you got to go. 6 of Clubs, communication in order to resolve problems. Got the reconciliation here. Travel card. What is it? Forgiving and learning. That's what I'm looking for here. Forgiving and learning. Communication in order to resolve problems from the past. This communication could be reached out first over text message, social media, some sort of like technology based, not verbal communication, you know, but like typing out a message and in order to get this going. And through these improvements, through your action and change and enlightenment within yourself, steady improvements, happy surprises. As I indicated, gifts of time and energy. This could also be gifts of, you know, anything. Going to see somebody and bringing a gift. Who knows? You know? It's up to you. Time and energy, give it, you know, just to spend time. You know, but this is also a clock ticking. Divine timing's at play here. But you got to understand that you got to take the action in order to change, to become enlightened to what it is that you need to do. And I dropped that card on the floor, but the 6 of Spades indicating a complete ending in order to have a brand new beginning. Not going back to these codependent karmic relationships, moving forward to the lover of your soul. Through that, there's going to be a new beginning, new phase of life. There's also the engagement card. This also could be a ring. But it doesn't matter because you don't need a ring in order to validate your love for each other, because it's the direct love that you have for yourself in relation to that person as a reflection. This is also new beginnings and abundance, money, okay? The Two of Hearts indicates union. Being truthful, fair, and honest with each other. What did I say? Talking, forgiving, and learning, communicating. It's also the feminine energy card. Because what has happened here is there has been a breakdown of established patterns from the past, releasing the ex, getting rid of the codependent behavior, break down and establish past life patterns in relationships. There's a lot of worry and anxiety around this time of separation, but what you must understand is that through this healing, happy surprises, steady improvements, and a second chance to redo this relationship. The relationship that never set off. The relationship that never took flight will now be trusted by the divine that it can take flight and it's not going to crash and burn. You're not going to allow outside circumstances. You're not going to allow others' opinions. You're not going to allow gossip and malicious and nothing to alter your perception of yourself in relation to that person, because they are a direct reflection of you. Nobody could come talking in your ear and say one word about that person because you're like, I'm good. You already know their angle. I've been on to it for years. Just pawn in the game. Scoot aside. No. Yeah, no. Oh, they try though, don't they? Malicious, gossip, oh, blah, blah. And, go to the source itself. Go to that person. Allow them to run their mouth as much as they want to, but then go to that person to find out the truth. Don't sit there and marinate in what they said. They can tell you anything then, and you believe them. But then you lost, this person in that process. Now it's time to fix all of that. That's what's happening. There's going to be victory over this lack of communication. This is travel, spiritual journey. Releasing the karmic energies in order to come into union, physical return with your King of Hearts. This is love, care, emotions, in order to have this new beginning and this new phase of life. This is how you manifest this. By getting into alignment with yourself in relation to yourself. And all of this is going to unfold. And if you are in this lack of progression, it's due to the fact that you have inner healing work to do. And you got to get that ambition in order to do that. But I'm telling you this right now. This is at the bottom of the deck, and it's victory over lack of communication. I told you that reconciliation is coming. Because why? Because you're on a spiritual journey. My religious card is in here. The religious card, I read that as a spiritual journey, only unless it comes up in like a reading where it could be religious factors. But even so, that's another perception, okay? Your belief in a certain type of religion that holds relationships apart. You can't be a Christian and love, an atheist or whatever. No, that's all perception. You can. You have to find that middle ground. You can believe in whatever you want to believe in, but beliefs hold love apart. It causes contrast, but your heart feels that love for that person, right? Spiritual path, journey, luck card. Again, travel. Karmic energies, cycle, releasing. Physical union, return of a lover. Mutual feelings, stability, emotional stability. King of Hearts, loving, caring. This is the person who's returning. New beginning, new phase of life, and they're going to manifest this. Understand, any lack of progression that's leaving your new beginning in the upside down position, this is also the Fool card in Tarot, is due to the fact that you need to work on yourself in order to bring this up into the upright position. Okay? So if you're having lack of progression within yourself, it's you in relation to yourself. But understand, everything that your heart truly desires here is coming to you once you release the karmic energies and understand your relationship with yourself. those are the energy messages for May 30th and 31st. I hope you guys enjoyed. I highly did. I love you guys, and we'll see what readings I come back with later today. All right. Love you. Bye.